All right. This may not be the most instructive video, but it's curious because um, what happened was the bees were filling up their honey super with pollen instead of honey, and that seemed unusual to me. I've never seen anything like that, and it's kind of a pain to deal with pollen in a honey super. So I said, okay, something's going on. What's going on? Let's figure this out. And I didn't want to dig into this colony because the queen in this colony, or the bees in this colony, were always ultra defensive, extremely just unpleasant bees to work with. I tried to requeen them once, and they were all over me, and I couldn't even do that because they were just coming in for the kill. It was a thoroughly unpleasant bee. So I've had this colony off by itself in the woods for well over a year now, totally on its own. I've never inspected the brood chamber. This is the first time I've dug into the brood chambers in over a year, and so I've never manipulated the colony other than just to put honey supers on top, and they made tons of honey, more honey than any of my other colonies. So even though they're, you know, testy little bees, the queen is, it's a 2-year-old queen, or maybe they've requeened. I don't know what's going on, but you can see here that the brood is just unbelievable. Like, this is just wall-to-wall brood in this colony and in the top box. And I think that's what happened there. They they were adding pollen to the honey super because the honey super was closest to the brood chamber. But I don't know. I don't know why they did that. I mean, that might make sense, but maybe it doesn't. Anyway, so that's what was going on. These bees are just basically a wild colony off by themselves for 2 years, and look at the brood in there. It's incredible. I meant to dig into the second deep, but the bees got a little too testy. You can see they're not too bad right now, but they're not happy. So I said, okay, I'm just gonna seal up that last deep. I didn't even have a chance to inspect it. I only had an inner cover to cover it up and plug up the hole with a brick. But that's it. And I'm going to come back later on and put the whole hive back together and, you know, solve this mystery. But anyway, this is the situation. So the queen is either over there or over here. There's about 7 frames of solid brood in that box with a honey super on top. And this is just a single box. I was going to put a honey super on it as well, but the bees were just too agitated, so I'll deal with that later. So the queen is either here or there. And I haven't inspected this box, so I'm going to come back again later, some other time, and see what happens. If there's a queen in there, they'll be okay. If the queen isn't in here, well, they've got loads of brood and open brood, so maybe they'll make a new queen. Maybe not. We'll see. But either way, I'll be back within a week to deal with it and sort it out.